Got it. Here's a more intense, powerful version of your speech with even stronger energy, passion, and impact. My friends, listen to me carefully. There comes a moment in life when you have to decide, are you going to stay where you are, trapped by fear and doubt, or are you going to step into the power that is already waiting for you? Too many people live small because they don't believe that something greater is possible for them. They look at their circumstances and say, this is just how life is. No, that is a lie. Your situation is not your destination. Faith is not just a word, it is a force, an energy, a weapon that can break through every obstacle in your path. The moment you choose to believe, truly believe, without doubt, without hesitation, you activate a power that cannot be stopped. This is the kind of faith that moves mountains, that turns the impossible into reality, that takes an ordinary person and transforms them into something extraordinary. But let's be clear, this kind of faith is not for the weak. It is not for those who waver when things get tough. It is not for those who give up when the storm gets stronger. Unshakable faith is built in the fire. It is tested in the moments when everything seems to be going wrong, when every door is shutting in your face, when the people around you are telling you to quit. That is when you must stand your ground. That is when you must dig deeper. Because real faith is not about what you see, it's about what you know deep in your soul. It's about looking at the storm and saying, I will not be moved. It's about facing the battle and declaring, I have already won. The world is filled with people who quit too soon. People who let their doubts talk them out of their destiny. People who listen to the voices of fear instead of the voice of faith. But those who walk with unshakable beliefs, those who refuse to back down, those are the ones who see power unleashed in their lives. This power is not given to the most talented. It's not given to the strongest. It's not given to the wealthiest. It is given to those who refuse to let go of their belief. It is given to those who stand firm even when everything around them is shaking. Think about the great leaders, the game changers, the history makers. None of them had an easy road. Every single one of them faced battles that could have destroyed them. But they didn't give in. They didn't surrender to fear. They didn't allow temporary setbacks to define them. Instead, they held on to their faith like a shield, like a fire burning inside them, pushing them forward no matter what came against them. And that same power is available to you. The power to rise above your challenges, the power to break free from limitations, the power to achieve what others say is impossible. But it all starts with faith. Faith that does not shake, faith that does not break, faith that stands tall even in the face of the biggest storms. When you walk with this kind of faith, you stop being controlled by circumstances. You stop being controlled by what other people say. You stop being controlled by fear because you know that no matter what happens, no matter how tough the road gets, no matter how many times you fall, you will rise. You will keep moving. You will keep believing. Because nothing can stop the person who refuses to give up. Hardships, struggles, pain. These are the things most people try to avoid. They see difficulties as setbacks, as roadblocks, as signs that maybe they are on the wrong path. But what if I told you that every hardship in your life is actually a setup for something greater? What if I told you that the very thing you're fighting against is the thing that will shape you into the person you are meant to become? You see, no great success story has ever been written without struggle. No champion has ever risen without facing adversity. Every person who has ever achieved something remarkable has had to go through moments where they felt like giving up. But what separates those who succeed from those who fail is one thing: they refuse to let hardships break them. Instead, they use hardships to build them. Think about the times in your life when you faced the biggest challenges. Maybe you lost something you thought you could never live without. Maybe you faced rejection after rejection. Maybe you worked hard for something only to see it slip through your fingers. In that moment, It felt like the end. It felt like everything was falling apart. But if you look back now, you will realize that those moments were not the end of your story. They were the beginning of something greater. Because every hardship carries a lesson. Every struggle strengthens you. Every moment of pain prepares you for what's coming next. The problem is that too many people quit in the middle of the process. They feel the pressure, they feel the pain, and they think, maybe this isn't meant for me. But let me tell you something. The bigger the hardship, the bigger the breakthrough that's waiting on the other side. The strongest people you know, the most successful individuals, the legends who changed the world, they didn't get there because life was easy for them. They got there because life was hard and they refused to back down. They understood that pressure creates diamonds, that fire forges steel, that storms make trees grow deeper roots. Every time you are tested, every time you are knocked down, every time life pushes you to your limits, you have a choice. You can let the hardship break you, or you can use it to build you. You can sit and complain, or you can rise and conquer. You can see the struggle as a curse, or you can recognize it as a blessing in disguise. Because here's the truth. Hardships are not there to destroy you. They are there to prepare you. They are there to shape you into the person who is strong enough, wise enough, and bold enough to handle the breakthrough that's coming. Most people want success, but they don't want the struggle. They want the reward, but they don't want the fight. But here's what they don't understand. The struggle is the way. The very thing you're avoiding is the thing that will take you to the next level. The challenge you are facing right now is not there to stop you. It is there to make you stronger. It is there to show you what you're truly capable of. It is there to push you beyond your limits so you can discover the unstoppable power that has been inside you all along. So the next time you face a hardship, don't run from it. Don't complain about it. Don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, stand tall and declare, this is happening for me. This is my setup for a breakthrough. This is my moment to rise. There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who wait and those who move. Those who sit around hoping for change and those who take action and create change. The difference between an ordinary life and an extraordinary one is simple: action. You see, blessings are not just handed out to those who wish for them. They don't come to those who sit back and wait for a miracle. Blessings come to those who step forward in faith, who take bold action, who refuse to stay stagnant. Because the moment you move, the moment you take even one step toward your destiny, doors start to open. Opportunities appear. The impossible starts to become possible. But here's the problem. Most people are waiting. They're waiting for the perfect time. They're waiting for everything to be easy. And in that waiting, they miss out on the very blessings that were meant for them. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? How many times have you delayed a dream, a goal, a vision, just because things didn't feel right yet? And while you were waiting, life kept moving, time kept passing, and the opportunity that was once in front of you disappeared. The truth is, blessings don't chase those who wait. They chase those who move. They chase those who are willing to take a step even when they don't see the whole staircase. They chase those who dare to act even when they don't have all the answers. If you want to see transformation in your life, you have to take action. You have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to stop making excuses and start making moves. Because nothing changes until you do. You see, action is a sign of faith. When you take action, you are declaring, I believe something greater is waiting for me. You are showing that you are ready, that you are prepared, that you are willing to do whatever it takes to step into the life you were meant to live. And let me tell you something. Every great success story started with a single action. No one ever achieved greatness by standing still. The greatest athletes, the most powerful leaders, the most successful people in history, every single one of them had a moment where they could have hesitated. But instead, they acted. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for everything to be perfect. They didn't wait for someone to come and hand them an opportunity. They created their own opportunities, and the same applies to you. If you want to see blessings flow into your life, you have to start moving, you have to start working toward what you desire. You have to stop hoping and start doing, because every action you take brings you closer to your breakthrough. Every step forward attracts the blessings that are meant for you. Think of it like planting seeds. If you never plant, you can't expect a harvest. If you never water, you can't expect growth. If you never put in the effort, you can't expect results. Too many people want the reward without the work. They want success without sacrifice. But blessings don't work that way. You must take the first step before you see the results. You must move in faith before the doors open. And yes, taking action can be scary. It's not always easy. There will be risks. There will be moments of doubt. There will be times when you feel like giving up. But let me remind you, nothing great was ever achieved by playing it safe. Every blessing that is waiting for you is on the other side of action. So what are you going to do? Are you going to keep waiting, hoping, wishing, or are you going to step up, take action, and claim the blessings that are already written for you? Because the moment you move, the moment you decide that waiting is no longer an option, the moment you take bold action toward your dreams, that is when everything changes. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a mindset, a way of life, a force that has the power to transform everything around you. It is the key that unlocks doors you never even knew existed. It is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. The moment you choose to live with gratitude, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is already present, and in doing so, you attract more abundance than you ever imagined. Most people go through life in a constant state of dissatisfaction. They wake up thinking about what they lack, what they haven't achieved, what's going wrong. They complain about their circumstances, about the things they don't have, about the challenges they face. And in that mindset, they block the very blessings that are meant for them. Because when you focus on scarcity, you create more scarcity. When you focus on lack, you attract more lack. But when you shift your perspective, when you start looking at your life through the lens of gratitude, everything changes. Suddenly you realize that you are already blessed beyond measure. You start to see the small victories, the everyday miracles, the things that once seemed ordinary but are actually extraordinary. You begin to understand that abundance is not something that happens to you. It is something you step into the moment you recognize what you already have. Gratitude is the secret to unlocking more. You see, the universe responds to those who appreciate what they have. When you are grateful for the little things, bigger things come your way. When you appreciate the opportunities you already have, new doors begin to open. When you give thanks for where you are preparing yourself for the next level. Think about it. When someone gives you a gift and you truly appreciate it, they are more likely to give you more. But if you take it for granted, if you complain that it's not enough, they hesitate to give again. Life works the same way. If you constantly complain, if you focus only on what's missing, you block the flow of blessings. But if you wake up every day with a heart full of gratitude, if you acknowledge the good in your life, you create space for even greater abundance. Some people say, I'll be grateful when I have more. But they have it backwards. You don't become grateful because you have more. You have more because you are grateful. Gratitude is not something you practice after success. It is the very thing that attracts success. It is not a result of abundance. It is the cause of abundance. And gratitude is not just about words, it's about action. It's about how you treat the people around you, how you handle the opportunities given to you, how you show appreciation for the things you once prayed for. Too many people forget that they are already living in the blessings they once hoped for. They once prayed for the job they now complain about. They once dreamed of the home they now take for granted. They once wished for the opportunities they now overlooked. But when you live with true gratitude, you stop complaining. You stop comparing. You stop focusing on what's missing. And you start seeing what's possible. And when you live in that state, when you wake up every morning and say, thank you for another day, thank you for the challenges that make me stronger, thank you for the opportunities that are coming my way, that is when the floodgates of abundance open. Because gratitude is not passive, it is powerful. It shifts your energy, it elevates your mindset, it makes you a magnet for success, for happiness, for fulfillment. The more grateful you are, the more you attract things to be grateful for. The more you give thanks, the more you are given. So what are you focusing on today? Are you looking at what's missing, or are you seeing what's already there? Are you waking up with complaints, or are you waking up with gratitude? Because the answer to that question determines everything. Gratitude is the key, the foundation, the force that turns ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. The question is, are you using it?